afternoon everyone and welcome along here to Young Farmers Tug of War at the Royal Highland Show 2022, the 200-year anniversary. We're down here at the cattle ring and it's getting very intense down here. Our young farmers have been training for this event for a really long time and this is the penultimate final and they can't wait to get stuck in. So without any further ado, let's have a look at the action. We're just going into our ladies semi-finals within the next few minutes. The teams here competing today consist of all of the organisation clubs from Scotland. So here we've got clubs from the north, clubs from the east and clubs from the west as well.
Who will end up taking the title? Well, it's just over here, the Brecon girls against the Ayr girls are just getting their engine started.
On the girls' rope here, in the purple tops we've got Ayr, and in the pink tops we've got Brecon, and they're about to pull in the semi-final. This year at Young Farmers Tug of War is a weighted year, so that means that all the girls and boys competing here today have had to ensure that they get themselves weighed in the morning and adhere to the strict weight limits as set by STOA, who are our champion, our guidelines supervisors as well. They do a fantastic job at keeping us right, making sure that we're all sticking by the rules, and they're very good umpires and very fair with us as well.
These could do the limo dance under there, John. And these Brecon girls are definitely on channel today, taking the first leg against Ayr. What a magnificent pull that was. Come on, John.
Here we're taking a look at bigger boys.
They just hit reverse and there was no stopping them. What can they say them?
Bigger boys here in the grey shirts.
Look at Calendar, bigger.
And on the other side there we've got Calendar in the pink shirts.
The man in the front row for Calendar, well-known TikToker.
You can see here that the boys are holding the rope, so in order to do that they want to push their hips up as close to the rope as they possibly can and make sure that there's no give to the other team. It's looking good for bigger boys.
400,000 followers on old TikTok. What a man.
Calendar are taking it. Calendar are doing fantastic.
Look at Calendar. Look against my best name to say
I'm sure you can hear the crowd here, folks. It's absolutely electric down here tonight.
No, another one. Oh, the looks away again. The legs pick the legs. And the leg picker.
A lot of the things that are worn by the competitors here today are specific to the sport. So we've got our tug of war boots there who have got a metal sole on the bottom, and prior to the competition we have to ensure that the boots are checked so that they're not too sharp and that they're suitable for competition. The belts help with back support and help with our members making sure that they're kept nice and safe. And the t-shirts here today are provided by our sponsors, Davidson Robertson Rural, who support this event every year and are kind enough to donate some fabulous t-shirts that we love to keep as a wee momentum.
Who's winning down your section, John? Who's been winning the ends? Well, it's currently 1-0.
You can see a small pot which looks kind of like a kind of sticky honey. That's called tacky, and our team members put that on our hands to make sure that they've got a good grip of the rope.
And we're off.
Back to the girls now. You can see that the teams have swapped sides and they're going to pull for their second end.
They're holding on for dear life at the moment. And that's all they know. Brecon's in the final.
And that was a win there for Brecon.
It's kind of a good old-fashioned East v West tug-of-war final, Stevie. The way we like it. I'll get a chat, Gonzak. I'll get a chat. But good to see. Here's big out Calder away go again. Calder wins the first end.
The colour tops that you see the team wearing don't necessarily correlate between the boys and the girls. It really is just your luck of the pick what you get when you arrive on the morning, but it's kind enough to be donated by today's sponsor.
Calder, bigger. Calder, run up. Who will it be?
You can see that the calendar and bigger pool has swapped its end now, and they're holding them well.
Just teasing each other, Grant. Teasing. Nothing but teasing. I think you could do the limbo dance, Grant, under that rope.
If Calendar win this pool, then that will mean they will rank above bigger in the overall semi-finals and into the finals. Both teams are doing really well.
Look at Bigger again. Calendar's just holding them. Look at them. This is really conditioning the training. This is really all proof.
There's some rules that come along with tug of war and Young Farmers as well, and of course in the national competitions. Things like locking the rope beneath your elbow into your hip, or using your fist as a kind of third arm on the floor. All of these are discouraged and will be picked up on by the umpires and by the judges if they are caught doing so.
Working like horses here, look at them.
And that was a win there for bigger boys.
This is what it's about, Grant.
All the teams are getting ready now for a little reset. I think the place is absolutely electric down here. Everyone's here to cheer on not only their teams, but their districts and regions as well.
Here's Calendar. Bigger is in the toss there. See okay to find the leg on side. Bigger staying where they are. Come on guys, show your support here. You want to win this pull off. Can I get a cheer for Calendar? That's what the atmosphere's all about. Electric. Simply electric. And let's hear it for Bigger.
Well, there's some healthy competition in the air down here at the ring today.
Let's stay behind them then when they get going. Noise it off.
So within our club syllabus throughout the year, each club will put on some training events and some come and try events, and anyone's welcome to come and join tug of war, and ultimately it's down to maybe the convener of that sport or up to your coach that you can select and ask to support you throughout the year to decide the team that goes forward to the different eliminations. The eliminations start at your district, where you'll compete against just the clubs in your area. Then we'll go to the regional, which is either your west, east or north, and today what you're seeing is the ultimate national final. Here we go again, it's Bigger than Calendar.
Get behind the person. Here we go in the early exchanges, just trading blows, it's scary out there. This is really where the core body strength comes into it. Not that I know anything about that, but this is where me and you locked on. This is why me and Stevie never made it, because we could have never got
the different positions that are available on the rope include the guy right at the back here that you can see. He's called the anchor, and he gets a specific type of lock that he can put the rope around his body to help ensure that the team can pull at their best. Everyone behind us is going absolutely crazy for the semis here. It's getting really tense. And a big win there goes to Bigger.
Bigger are in the final again. They boys can how to win. You know how they do, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see the up for Bigger and Calendar again. Big cheer for Calendar as well. That was a tremendous effort. No shame in that whatsoever.
At last year's competition, which was a smaller held event here at the Highland Show, when it wasn't held as normal due to COVID reasons, Bigger boys and Bigger girls won the double, so can they do it again?
Sportsmanship there, shaking hands.
Lovely to see some great sportsmanship from the boys shaking hands, although I can't imagine it must be too nice with all that tacky to grip one another.
North against west.
Everyone's going for a little bit of a reset at the minute. We're getting ready for the third and fourth playoff for the girls, and it's Ayr versus Strathbogie. Strathbogie team are in the navy tops and the Ayr girls are in the purple tops. The Ayr girls have quite a reputation for being very, very good at the sport, so let's see if they can withstand that today. And the girls are ready to pick up the rope.
Who's going to win then, Grant? Who's your favourite?
Judge is asking them ever so slightly to move the rope to make sure we've got a fair start. And they go.
So really, well, I can tell
in order to start a tug-of-war competition, the umpire or judge for the day will say, pick up the rope, take the strain and pull. And that's how the competitors know that it's time to start, to make sure that it's always fair.
That's an early 1-0 lead there for Ayr.
That was quite a quick round there, and it was an early win to the girls from Ayr.
Oh, commentary.
Another little reset here for the teams. I'm sure the coaches will have lots of words of wisdom to make sure that they're ready to go for their next pull.
We're both getting calm. They're just on the toss there to see who will end up taking what end. The third and fourth. Just the way it gets started. Get behind them.
And the girls' teams have swapped over now for their second pull to determine who is going to be third and who's going to be fourth.
1-0 to Ayr, and we're into the second half of this, what do you call it, a pull? An end. I remember they're still pulling for third and fourth, that's the change.
So as mentioned before, everyone competing in this event here today are from the Young Farmers. Young Farmers have a centre here at the Highland show, so if you've not had an opportunity yet, pop in and say hello. And the girls are getting ready for their second end.
The hands down and the girls are off. Ayr, no Strathbogie taking an early advantage there, but Ayr...
A very strong drop in there from the Ayr girls. They're known to be very good for that.
Both of them just holding the rope, trying to size each other out, see if there's any weaknesses. Neck and neck at the moment over here. As you can see, both coaches very involved here, getting the girls on instruction. They're very quiet, John. What's the start? Who is winning? Get behind them, cheer them, John. That's it. It's 50-50 over here, Stevie. I'm pretty sure that the Aberdeenshire coach just said sit like and the Strathbogie girls are going to drop the hammer there and really go for
So within Young Farmers Tug of War, it is weighted and unweighted on a biannual basis. And as mentioned before, this is a weighted year. So the girls and boys have all had to work very hard to make sure they were in conditioned, perfect shape. And the coaches will certainly have put them through their paces.
I don't know about that, Stevie. And that's at 1-1.
And that was a win there for... The teams go again for another little reset. It's coming up to final time, and you can definitely feel the tension from all the spectators round about the ring here today.
So, for those wondering why there's no tug of war happening on the men's side, waiting for the girls to finish the third and fourth player. Then they'll do the men's third and fourth, then followed by the women's final, and then the men's final. It feels like the competitors won and we're getting bonus tug over here, Steve.
Not only our competitors, but also the commentators here in the ring. We've got two lads from Young Farmers, Grant and Stevie. They're the ones with the microphones, as you can see, and they're taking charge of all the best part they can for the day. As well as the stewards are all members of Young Farmers as well, here to get involved and help out.
You would say in the middle. And they're going to stay where they were, as they were. Both teams won at the far end, start keeping the far end, so is that a lucky omen? I don't know. I know nothing about the sport. Well, then it's easy.
And the teams change ends.
No. I thought they were going to cross over and I got a bit excited. They're not going to cross over.
Seems to be a bit of confusion. The teams won't change ends. The teams are going to stay where they are, ready for their next pool.
Come on, guys, show us your support. Who's cheering on here?
All the commentators here in the ring really know how to get everyone going.
Who's cheering on Strathbogie? Come on, show them your support.
Lots of supporters in here for both teams.
There, folk are need to make that up, surely. And we're away.
And we're off. The girls are both putting in all their energy to ensure they get their slot in the final.
Against the easiest name to spell in Young Farmers. Here.
Members of Young Farmers can range from 14 to 30. However, after the age of 28, you're classed as an associate, and you can only have a certain number of associates pulling in your team. So in each team there can be a maximum of 2 associates. And we encourage all members to come along and give tug of war their best go. It's getting really intense here with the coaches.
Unbelievable, Grant. Great to see. Who is going to win? They're behind the wing. I don't know. Come on, guys. No time for technique, it's just power, strength, and who's got it in them.
So we're still watching Ayr and Strathbogie here, and they're both putting in all their efforts to ensure they get that spot in the final.
That Strathbogie will take this third, fourth playoff here. What a monumental effort. Please everyone put their hands together for the girls.
So the decision has been made. Strathbogie will take 3rd place and Ayr will take 4th.
Here we go in the men's league now with the calendar basket. 2 teams that are very close to them, 20 minutes apart.
We're panning back round now to have a look at the boys' semi-final.
I've got the basket boys and they're very for the pink tops. Let's see the support calendar basket. Get behind them, ladies and gentlemen.
And here we've got Calendar and Bathgate.
Here is the man. Look at that body.
Calendar, a club from the west, and Bathgate, a club from the east. Let's see how they do.
And I'm joined here by fellow men's finalist Jamie Gibson. Jamie, can I get a word here for the fans? There we go, Calendar.
A really good drop from both teams there. It's going to be tight. The Calendar boys getting nice and low to ensure they just take the edge there.
The Calendar boys start to show the experience here, pulling a wee bit ahead. Bathgate still holding though. Go on, get behind me. Tremendous to see that. Things you love to see, tug of war. And that's 1-0.
And that's a 1-0 lead to Calendar there. They've won the first pool. Teams having some good words with their coaches here, making sure that they're ready. And the teams have switched ends now for their second pool. You might be wondering what the boys are sniffing and what the coach is going around with. Those are called smelling salts, and it's encouraged to use the boys and the girls to get them angry, to get their heads in the zone and to get them ready for their competition ahead. The smelling salts, also very like menthol, are really strong and shock the competitors into getting angry and involved. And they're away. Bathgate boys pinning on here, trying to ensure that Calendar don't get this next end. Coach Thomas here for Bathgate in the green shirts. He's also a Young Farmers member, so it's nice to see a nice young coach getting the boys involved. An ex-member of the team himself, I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. And that was another win there from Calendar. And again, handshakes all round. Thank you very much for joining us to watch that there, guys. We're going to get ready to head to the finals, so make sure you don't miss it, and we'll see you there.